Hi, today is March 12th, 2023, and here are my poems for the day. The first one is poem number 422 for the year, Lesser Flowers. I am glad that I was so stricken by the flowers I saw along the bike path a couple of days ago that I stopped to take a picture. As I look at the photograph today, it doesn't quite strike me in quite the same way. I am partly plagued with regret. I wish I would have backed up the bike and taken a picture of the flowers that actually struck me, rather than the ones that were there when the bike stopped. These are lesser flowers, and the greater flowers could be long gone by now. They say God don't make mistakes. Well, I certainly do. I certainly did the other day when I didn't go back and take a picture of the better flowers because I was lazy or in a hurry and I thought, oh, these flowers are good enough. They make the same point and tell the same story and will serve as a reminder of when I saw flowers along the bike path and was stricken. But now I wish I had a picture of the better flowers rather than the lesser ones, and there is nothing I can do about it now or ever because those flowers have grown since then if they are not already gone. Elton John has a song called The Flowers Will Never Die, but he is wrong. I took the photograph when the flowers were alive to serve as a reminder of the time when I was struck by them, but the photograph will also always serve as a reminder of how short-sighted and lazy I can be. Poem number 423, The True Story of the Flowers. The story that the flowers tell is one of unexpected and unplanned beauty. Sometime last year, park workers came and planted flowers along the bike path. They will probably do the same thing this year. You expect that when you plant a row of flowers that they will be beautiful. That is the plan, and it works. I remember last year's flowers, and they were fucking lovely. But then what happened was seeds from last year's flowers fell to the ground, and in late February of this year, those seeds sprouted. Were the seeds too stupid to realize that it isn't spring yet? That's one theory. Or were the seeds like, fuck the calendar, let's bust out now? Maybe. Or maybe the seeds know that spring is coming and that the parks people will be coming along in a couple of months to plant flowers again. And when they do, if there are any wildflowers, they will probably dig them up. So maybe these seeds were like, this is our moment. This is our chance. If we're going to do this thing, we have to do it now in order to have our moment in the sun. The point is that those flowers that I saw the other day have a story. And since I don't know the true story of the flowers, I can make up my own. Poem number 424, My Story of the Flowers. It sucked for the seeds stuck under the ground, and one of the leader seeds said to the other, we don't have to be here. We can make our move and bask in the sunlight and have our moment of glory. Another of the leader seeds said to the others, you all know my position on sprouting. While we are here under the ground, we have potential. As unpleasant as it is down here, we must wait for our moment while meanwhile enjoying the potential that we have, because once we realize our potential, we will no longer have it. The third and only other leader of the seeds said, I'm inclined to support sprouting now, because what is the point of potential if it isn't ever used? There will always be reasons to wait, but there may not ever be another moment like this one again. There was silence for a long time, and then one of the seeds, whose authority had hitherto never been recognized in the community of the seeds, said, I'm a little frustrated with this triumvirate. I don't understand why we need leaders. I don't understand why we need consensus. Why can't those of us who want to sprout now just go ahead and sprout now, and the ones who want to wait can just wait? Why can't it just be an individual decision? And while most of the rest of the seeds had never had much use for anarchistic or libertarian politics in the past, almost all of the seeds, save for the leader seeds and a few of their most hardcore supporters, had to admit that this suggestion was persuasive. And in a very short time, some of the seeds sprouted, while others remained. This is why there are flowers along the bike path in March. And that is my story of the flowers. Poem number 425, Idiot Toothpaste. The company realized that they had made a terrible mistake by naming their marquee product Idiot Toothpaste. First of all, it was aftershave, not toothpaste. Second of all, it didn't make you feel like an idiot when you used it, unless you used it as toothpaste instead of as aftershave. And third of all, who the hell buys aftershave anymore anyway? Poem number 426, Anticipation. On the 20th anniversary of the death of Stan Brakhage, it might have made more sense for me to have stayed home and to have rewatched The Act of Seeing with One's Own Eyes, or some other analogous Brackagian meditation on death, although now that I say that, I don't believe there is an analog to The Act of Seeing with One's Own Eyes. I keep asking myself, when am I going to watch that one again? And I keep saying, soon, soon. There is within me an anticipation of the night when I finally sit down to watch it again. There is also an anticipation of the night when I will watch for the first time Anticipation of the Night by Brakhage. When it comes to me regarding Brakhage, there is often a lot of anticipation. Poem number 427, songs 24 through 26 and 28 through 29. But what I did do 3 nights ago on the 20th anniversary of Stan Brakhage's death was watch the films that they happened to be screening at Anthology Film Archives. I don't remember much of what I saw. I mostly remember the feeling of rapture that I felt throughout most of the program. Song 24 is easy to remember. It is exactly as Brakhage himself described it, a naked boy playing a flute. I don't remember Song 25 or Song 26 at all. I couldn't take notes in the theater, and I couldn't take notes afterward either. The same is true of Song number 28 and Song number 29. I don't remember them. I don't remember them. I don't remember them at all. And the last poem for the day is poem number 428, song number 27. Songs 24 through 26 and 28 through 29 ran for a total of 37 minutes. Song 27 is in 2 parts and has a total running time of 58 minutes, so it was really the centerpiece of the program that was screened at Anthology Film Archives on the 20th anniversary of the death of Stan Brakhage, and I do remember parts of that one, and it really was spectacular. Unlike the other songs that I saw 3 nights ago, it has a title. In fact, each of its 2 parts has a title, My Mountain and My Mountain Part 2, Rivers. This makes it easier to remember because the film is mostly of a mountain and rivers. There were shots of the mountain from a distance, and shots taken from the mountain of fast-moving clouds, or maybe of clouds shot by Brakhage at a lower frame per second rate, which would have shown the clouds moving faster than they actually were. There were shots of what looked like a coal mining or oil mining operation, with the mountain in the background. I cannot say for sure whether Brakhage meant those shots as an indictment or simply as another illustration of what was going on around the mountain at that time. And then in the second part, there were a lot of shots of rivers, which I assume are located somewhere near the mountain. The motion of the river flowed in contrast to the mostly static shots of the motionless mountain. Watching the film made me want to see that mountain and climb that mountain and wade through those rivers and maybe shoot some footage of my own. That particular adventure is probably not in the cards for me, but sometimes it's good just to want to do something, even if you know you will probably never do it. All right, that's it for the day. Thank you again. I appreciate you. Thanks.